Fest in my hometown of Grand Falls, Windsor. At Atlantic Fest, there was an amazing moment during Corey Hart's performance. Now, if you were there, you may already know what I'm talking about, but if you weren't, the whole thing was captured on video, and here it is.
We got plenty of surprises tonight for you guys and you gals. It's actually, I have one right in my pocket right here. I'm not a magician. But a fan brought this to me earlier, and
oh my God, it's so great!
And I'm going to be talking.
So what you're seeing is Corey Hart. He pulls a big Newfoundland and Labrador flag right out of his pocket. He says he's going to sign it and give it out to the crowd. Now, in the front row, the person holding the camera is ecstatic. She can't believe what's happening because that's her flag, a flag that she had given to Corey Hart. She is Lorna Webb, folks.
All right, which side? Left? Are you guys liberals or conservatives? Where's Brian Pickford? Is he conservative? I don't remember. Joey Smallwood. I'm going to throw that right here.
So Corey Hart throws out the flag. It lands right at Lorna Webb's feet. All the folks who are standing with her say, "It's hers, it's mine, it's hers, it's mine." A security guard picks it up and passes it to Lorna Webb, who is overcome with emotion. If you see the look on this person's face in the video, you will remember it forever. The purest tears of joy, and then she starts to dance and sing along with Corey Hart's song. It's such an amazing moment all by itself, but it's so much more wonderful if you know the backstory. For that story, I reached Lorna Webb today, home in Corner Brook. Lorna, welcome to On The Go.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Are you still riding this amazing feeling from Atlantic Fest on Saturday?
I'm going to tell you what, it keeps getting better and better because, I started watching the videos. I didn't wake up till 11 the next day. I was so beat. But the next day, I was watching the videos, and when I really, it started to hit me, I still cry every time I watch it. It was so much.
Well,
no one will ever know how much it meant to me.
That's amazing. Well, I want to hear about what it means to you. So, Lorna, please start the story at the beginning. How did you get to be such a fan of Corey Hart, a flagship member of the caravan of Corey's fans?
Well, I was only a teenager. I was probably 14 or so when I first, I actually bought Boy in the Box. That was my first cassette ever. And I just really got into his music. It's poetry. It's poetry. His music is so inspiring. It's so uplifting. And it actually inspired me to want to write music, which I didn't start doing until around 2008. I think I was just afraid to try. But when I listen to his music, it really makes me feel empowered and uplifted, and I guess inspired.
I'm sure every artist would love to know that their work has inspired somebody in that way. So that's amazing right off. But Lorna, you've made many attempts over the years to see Corey Hart. Is that right?
Yeah. This was my third attempt. Like I said, we had backstage passes for Sydney, Nova Scotia concert in '87. He collapsed, and the tour was canceled, and thank heavens he recovered. I'm sure I'm not the only fan who was disappointed at that time. In fact, he brought one of those fans on stage with him at Atlantic Fest the other night, who had also missed a concert. He's so good to his fans. You can't help but love him, not just for his music, you know?
That's great.
But I also had tickets for his air quotes final concert in Montreal back in 2014. Thank heavens he keeps coming back, right?
For you?
Yes,
yeah.
For everybody. But yeah, I actually, as soon as I heard that he was coming to Montreal, I had some lucky savings put aside. I went online, I booked flight and hotel right away before I even had the ticket. I believe I made myself late for work that day, which anyone who knows me know I never do that, just to get the most awesome seats possible. And that was late September, early October in 2015. The concert wasn't until the following May. I went and purchased a Newfoundland flag, and here's the beginning of the Newfoundland flag story. I bought the flag October 19th, 2013. I'm going to cry. I bought it to to Montreal, so I could show him somebody came all the way from Newfoundland to see you, and somebody from Newfoundland loves you. And it's part of my patronage, too, you know, because I love the province that I live in. And there was a lot of reasons I didn't get to go to Montreal. The hockey playoffs kind of shaped it up. He, because of his love and respect for his games, Corey's team actually made the decision a few days before to postpone the concert because Game 7 would have been the same night as his concert had Montreal made the Game 7. And just to make sure everyone had a chance to, you know, change their plane tickets and all kinds of reservations like that. That's why they made that decision. It was for the fans to help them out. Unfortunately for me, all those changes cost money, and I had run out of it. And there were other factors going on. I mean, my mom had cancer at the time. It was right when she was going to be having her surgery, right around when this concert was taking place. I was all tangled up about that. There were just so many things that went into it, but I ended up not getting to go.
How did that feel, Lorna? I mean, again, this is at the time was your second time trying to see your hero.
I think it was definitely worse than the first time. I had built it up for months and months. I had the tickets. I had, like...
You had the flag. You had done this gesture that you wanted to bring to Corey Hart.
I mean, it was just absolutely devastating. You asked my friend, Terry Lynn Gillett, I cried for 5 hours straight. I really did. She was right there with me. I was just going through so much at the time, right?
Of course. So fast forward.
Work, injured and everything, so there's so much going on.
Of course. So now fast forward 3 years. It's Saturday. You are at Atlantic Fest, and this time Corey Hart's there too.
Well, see, I had kept the flag. I really don't know why. Everything happens for a reason, I guess. I kept the flag, and I wanted to bring it to him. I wanted to give it to him. And I managed to get, like, right up front. There was a nice couple who let me have their up front spot for Corey Hart with the deal I would step back for when Blake came on, right? And so I was right up front, and I asked the guard, how do I give a present to Corey Hart? Because I've never done this before. I've been to lots of concerts before. I've never bought a gift for the artist before. So anyways, he got in touch with Corey's manager. He came up to me. He was so nice. And he said that he would get, you know, this gift to him.
Wow. So I'm sure that was exciting to know that this flag finally, you know, had made it to Corey Hart. Then he gets on stage. He's halfway through the set. Tell us what happened next.
Well, he had already performed a couple songs, and I was videotaping because I wanted to preserve it. Not just for me, but for the rest of the caravan. They love watching videos. Not everybody can make it to the concerts, and of course, I empathize with that, you know, deeply. So I was taking videos, and after telling me, he started talking, and I just started recording. And again, I don't know why. I just wanted to soak it all up. And he was saying, you know, I told everyone I'd have surprises for Newfoundland, and I knew that because I'd read the article. And he said, I have one right now. And he puts his hand in his back pocket, and he's like, I have something in my pocket. And I'm just like, I'm not even breathing at this point. And he holds up the flag, and I just immediately started to cry. And I was like, this is my flag. And you'll see in the video, like, I just absolutely lost it. I didn't even really realize what all he had said after that point until I went back and watched the video, because I just absolutely, I didn't collect, and that was all, but I'm thankful my friend was standing right behind me. And actually that lady who I'd never met before, and she gave up her spot for me to be right up front, she actually had to take the camera and finish videotaping. So that's why I was in the shot, because I was useless.
Wow.
And he tossed it out. He wrapped the marker up, and I even had the marker that he signed it with, which is really awesome. And but the security guards, they knew my story, that I had been talking to them. They knew what a huge fan I was. And when he tossed it out, it kind of floated down, and they went and picked it up. And everybody up front was saying, it's hers, it's hers, right? So, like, I had all this support, and it ended up coming back to me. Like, 4 years later, he signed it on stage in front of my home crowd in my province, a Newfoundland.
And then threw it to you.
Yes. I'm staring right at it because I've got it right here.
what did it feel like when you held that in your hands again after Corey had held it in his hands and signed it?
I think just like the emotion of everything I've been through the last few years, it was just like finally something really good, really cool has happened. And just to feel that connection with him, you know, it just means the world to me.
You know, it's such a great moment. There's a million videos floating around from Atlantic Fest this weekend. I guarantee this one is the best.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks to you for sharing the story with us, Lorna. That is Lorna Webb, a true Corey Hart fan, lifelong member of the Caravan, and now in possession of the world's coolest souvenir. This is for you, Lorna, from 1988. Here's Corey Hart with In Your Soul.
Oh. I'm crying again. That's so cool.